The Chicago Bears have traded wide receiver Anthony Miller to the Houston Texans. What's up, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears offseason update videos. Bears season is fast approaching, guys. Only a couple of months away from the beginning of the 2021 regular season. Training camp starts next week. So as I've been doing the past 2 years, I'll be coming out with daily training camp update videos telling you guys what has happened in training camp every single day. Okay, so there'll be updates about Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, all the wide receivers, all the cornerbacks. Okay, a lot of storylines to follow in training camp. I'll be coming out with videos every day breaking those down. So stay subscribed to the channel with notifications on if you want updates on all of that news. I'll also be present at training camp this upcoming Thursday. I got tickets to go on Thursday because of my buddy. You're only allowed to go this year one day out of like however many days you're allowed to go because of, I don't know, because of COVID probably. They're restricting the amount of people that can be in the building, so that does kind of suck, but I will be there on Thursday if you guys want to meet up, talk football, take pictures, whatever. So I'll post more about that on my community tab later this week. But yeah, guys, in this video though, I'll be breaking down the Bears trade that occurred last night. Okay, I was actually at a baseball game last night when this occurred, so I couldn't make a video on it yesterday. But guys, the Bears traded away their second round pick Anthony Miller from 2018. Okay, and this is kind of something that caught me by surprise because I felt like even though they were trying to trade him this entire offseason, the fact that they didn't get anything for him before the draft, I thought that they would probably just let the situation play out this year. Okay, Anthony Miller was on the last year of his deal. Maybe give him one last chance in training camp to see if he can prove something to you. But it's clear that the Bears coaching staff had enough. Okay, and they traded away Anthony Miller to the Houston Texans for most likely a late round pick swap, according to the stuff that I've seen online. Nothing official has been released yet though, so according to the rumors, it is a late round pick swap, which could be either maybe we're getting a 6th rounder in exchange for a 7th rounder, maybe we're getting a 5th rounder in exchange for our 6th rounder, something like that. But either case, man, it's not gonna be that much compensation. Okay, for a guy that we drafted in the 2nd round, we actually traded up to draft in that year's draft. We are pretty much giving him away for nothing, okay, which is truly a shame when you look at it from the Bears' point of view. Okay, us as fans also, we had a lot of hope for Anthony Miller when we drafted this guy in the 2nd round. Okay, I remember me personally that night in 2018, I was going wild when I saw that the Bears traded up to get Anthony Miller because this guy coming out of college was supposed to be such a great player in the NFL. Okay, he had tremendous work ethic. He was a walk-on at Memphis, so had that work ethic, that personality to grind it out and just get better every single year. That's the type of worker that he was. So his work ethic was really good. His route running coming out of college was very, very elite. Okay, he was one of the best route runners in all of college, which is why he got drafted in the 2nd round. His hands were pretty reliable in college too, so it just seemed like he had the inner makings of being a very good slot receiver in this league. I mean, I remember some people on draft night even saying that he could be Antonio Brown 2.0. Obviously, that was a far-fetched comparison at the time, but that's the potential that people thought he had. And obviously, especially after 2018 as well, we got even more excited because we saw in 2018, the last time we actually had a semi-decent offense in Chicago, Anthony Miller flashed some signs of brilliance there, okay? He only finished with 423 receiving yards, but he did have 7 touchdowns, so he was very active in the red zone, consistently made highlight reel plays that season, okay? Some 30, 40 plus yard chunk plays, especially against the Detroit Lions, which, that's a team that he definitely did own during his career, just like Mitch Trubisky did. So he had some really great moments in 2018, which led all of us to believe that he's going to take that next step up in 2019, but that is exactly not what happened. Okay, unfortunately, for whatever reasons, I think it's partly due to the fact that we also didn't have great quarterback play at all, during his career in Chicago, especially after 2018. So Mitch missed him down the field a lot of times in 2019, which definitely did take away from his stats. But Miller himself, man, he did regress as a football player after 2018. Okay, he had a drop issue. Having drops come at the worst times in the end zone when the game is on the line, stuff like that. So his drops did hurt us to some extent in 2019. He also just did not take that next step up as a football player either in 2019. Okay, he did have an increase in yards, 656 yards, but did not really do much in the red zone. And then when you look at what happened in 2020, that was the final straw for the Chicago Bears. Okay, he pretty much lost his job to a rookie, to Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney completely replaced him in this offense. I mean, Miller saw the field much less. He finished, with a lower yard total than he did in 2019, only 485 yards, only 2 touchdowns. He really was not a factor for us at all last season. And also, if you look at what he did in the playoff game, that was completely inexcusable by the Bears coaching staff. Okay, the Bears coaching staff, before the game against the Saints, they told every single member of the Bears receiving core when Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was trying to start fights. Okay, we saw that happen earlier in the season with Javon Wims. He punched Gardner-Johnson, he got ejected. So the Bears coaching staff was trying to make sure that was not going to happen in the playoff game, but Anthony Miller still somehow lost his temper and got ejected, okay, after shoving Gardner-Johnson, which you just cannot do that, especially in a playoff game. If you can't be trusted there, where can the coaching staff actually trust you? Now, again, I do have to say that Anthony Miller's shortcomings in Chicago are not totally his fault, okay? He had bad quarterback play for the majority of his stay here, and I still think he's super, super talented. He could hit it off in Houston, and I'm honestly wishing him the best of luck, man, because he is a very nice guy, especially to me. Okay, this is one of the first guys ever to actually recognize and repost my highlight reels when I made those in 2018, so love him for that, okay? Such a great guy, good personality, and I wish him the best of luck, but it just did not work out here in Chicago, which is why the Chicago Bears made the move. Now, personally, if you ask me, I still think the Bears should have probably kept him for this season because we're not getting that much in return for him at all. Okay, why not just take the risk of not getting anything for him and see if he can do something in his final year? Okay, in a contract year, maybe his potential is going to be realized with a different quarterback in Justin Fields. Okay, so personally, I would not have made this move, but I'm also not going to hate on Ryan Pace for making the trade because I understand where he is coming from. Okay, we've already given this guy 3 years and he's pretty much regressed every single year. Okay, and especially with the discipline issue in the playoffs, maybe our coaching staff just cannot trust him anymore, which is why we had to trade him away to a different football team. So it's pretty sad this is how it had to end up because, again, I was super excited about this guy in 2018, thought he was going to be our next star receiver right next to A-Rob. I mean, he had a lot of potential coming out of the 2018 season, but it just did not work out in Chicago for whatever reasons, okay? And it sucks because Ryan Pace traded up to get him in 2018, spent a second-round pick on him, and you just cannot waste those second-rounders, okay? If you're trying to build a Super Bowl-level team, you cannot be wasting that draft capital. So, in hindsight, man, a really bad pick by Ryan Pace, and also to not get that much for him. Not a good look at all, but you know, again, I'm not going to hate too much on Ryan Pace for anything else he does this offseason because he's already redeemed himself completely in my eyes by drafting Justin Fields, Tevin Jenkins, those boys. If those boys actually pan out like I think they can, you know, none of this actually matters, okay? We already have a bunch of other receiving, you know, options now on the team, okay? We added Marquise Goodwin, Damiere Byrd, drafted Daz Newsome. So we have a lot of different receiving options now on this team who could step up and take Anthony Miller's spot. Best of luck to Anthony Miller. Let me know what you guys think about the trade down below in the comments. But as always, bear down.